Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the auction of this very beautiful 2001 Z3 Coupe. I'm very excited to offer this car on Bring a Trailer, and I look forward to seeing it enjoyed by another enthusiast. Now in this video, we're going to take an in-depth tour of the car, as well as a look at its few tasteful modifications and its extensive maintenance history. As far as the modifications go, we'll start at the rear and we'll work our way forward. As you've seen in the description, it does have a Remus catback exhaust. This is one of my favorite exhausts. As a kid, my first car was an E30 and I had a Remus exhaust on it, so it does have a soft spot in my heart. It has a nice deep tone to it, not too loud, but just enough to wake it up a little bit. Moving up, we have a UUC short shifter kit, as well as a bushing refresh on the shifter components. This is very important for these and many BMWs of this era, if you're familiar with them, as the shifters are known to get very sloppy. So the short shift kit has shortened the throw as well as tightened up the shifter and added a little bit of notchiness, but it's just enough in my opinion. And we topped that off with a ZHP weighted shift knob, which smooths the shifts up a little bit. Moving on to all four corners of the car, it does sit on some fresh Bilstein Sport shocks. It is on stock springs, but I will include some lowering springs that I have with the car. I didn't want to install them. I wanted to leave this up to the new owner. The Bilstein shocks, in my opinion, are a very nice upgrade to this car, as the stock suspension is a little too floaty, in my opinion. In the rear, we have fresh subframe bushings as well as trailing arm bushings. This is also very important for these as it really tightens things up. Lastly, under the hood, it does have a 454 big block Chevy swapped in. Just kidding. It actually has a Dynon software tune, which deletes the top speed limiter, as well as some increased throttle response and raised rev limiter. I'm a big fan of these tunes, as one, they're approved by BMW and it does sharpen the car up a little bit. Now to wrap this video up, we're gonna do a cold start for you guys to listen to it, and we're gonna do some point of view driving, show you guys going through the gears, revving out, we'll hit the brakes, make sure everything works correctly, and then I'll go over the nice stack of records I have from the previous owner. The car is very easy to drive. It's of course very fun to drive. The downshifts are seamless. As we go over some of these bumps, you can see that there's no clunks or any odd noises from the suspension. The alignment is perfectly straight. It's just amazing how balanced it feels in the corners. It really is just the right amount, in my opinion, of analog BMW, yet modern enough to be, easily and reliably driven. The interior does show very well in this car. I do have the original wooden shift knob that matches the trim. I much prefer the weighted and the shortness of the ZHP knob. I did also install a leather handbrake handle in place of the original one, because it was getting a little loose. The glue breaks up on them over time and it was kind of loose, so I put a leather one on there. I thought that was a nice touch. I will include all of the factory parts that were removed, which were just the shift knob and the handbrake handle. You can see the shifts on this. They're nice and short. It's a little bit notchy. It's very direct feeling. There's really no slop in it at all.